Voila! This is Rochelle and welcome to my channel. So for this week's video, I'm using a printable by Adele Nevote, who is Selah Art Creations or Selah Art on socials. And I'm going to be using a Tia Sepoeerkamer technique of transferring this background page with all the crowns. I really wanted that on the page, but since I'm working in my very teeny tiny Bible, I needed to figure out a way to not add too much bulk, but to still have all of the prettiness in my Bible. So what this method entails is to literally put a primer on the page that you're going to be using, and then put a primer on the page that you're going to be using it on. And then I've let that dry, and then I'm adding another layer of the primer, same primer, just different lid because the other one's finished. Just a liberal coat on both sides, and then I'm going to stick it down and let that dry. So once it is dry, I'm dipping my finger in water just off camera on the top there, and just with my very wet finger rubbing over this page gently to reveal or to take off that top layer of paper. So then what happens is the picture is literally transferred onto the page that I've got it on. So it does require some work, and I've sped this up quite a bit, but I love it. It's just so pretty, and I kind of like that it is clear in some places and not so clear in others, and there's a lot of little wurmpies that you need to clean away. So yes, there's that. Like I said, I'm using a kit by Selah Art, and this kit today has us focusing on 2 Corinthians 6 and verse 18. Well, I kind of focused on verse 17 and 18. So I'm just adding another layer of that primer on top of that page and then letting it dry before I take the stencil. So this kit does include a stencil, and you can see that in my unboxing of this kit as well. Trying to dry it with the paper, not gonna work. Anyways, and then I'm using a Stamperia Glamour paste. Now this as well is decanted in a little tin tub thing so that I could share with someone else. Well, someone else actually shared with me. Thank you so much, Anna. I really appreciate this so much. You have no idea. And I'm just applying it with a small stencil brush, or stencil applicator, just to make sure that I get it into those fine lines. And since I am working on such a very small surface, this obviously is super important. So this paste dries with a bit of texture and a lot of glamour. And it also dries quite fast, so I needed to only put it through the places where I wanted it. And then you need to wash your stencils pretty quick because it does, like I say, dry really quickly, and this paste sticks, so stencils are difficult to clear. But I am faffing first with what kind of crown I want on there, so I didn't use the crown from the stencil. I wanted to put one of the crowns that was added in the kit here, and you'll see it was quite a mission to get that blue or turquoise, it's such a beautiful turquoise, off here. Here is a gold in that same Stamperia Glamour paste, and it is in its original packaging, which I then also shared with Anna. And so yes, getting some of that because I want to just use Daughter of a King, and obviously very fine details, so loving using this very small applicator for that. Putting back into the pot what was left, because I did scoop out a little bit too much, and this paste is just gorgeous, so loved using it. Then putting down my crown, and I'm going to be putting some Nouveau crystal drops on that crown and adding my flowers and arranging that. And while I am, I'd like to read to you from 2 Corinthians 6, from the middle of verse 16. It says, "For we are the temple of the living God, as God has said, I will live with them and walk among them. and I will be their God, and they will be my people. Therefore, come out from them and be separate, says the Lord. Touch no unclean thing, and I will receive you. And I will be a father to you, and you will be my sons and my daughters, says the Lord Almighty. Such a privilege to be called a child of God. It means that, well, I don't know, I'm a mother and I know that if my kids do something really bad, I know that I will still love them. Obviously consequences and obviously all of that stuff, and God is just, but he's a father and I am a daughter. I know with my own father, he's kind of well, was my first hero. My husband obviously is my hero too, but really understanding that safety that I have as a daughter with my daddy, it's the best feeling in the world. And so picturing this daughter of a king, yes, the crown, and yes, the belonging, but so much being loved by a God who has it all under control and today has got you firm in his grip no matter what. And it makes me excited to know that despite everything that could be possibly going on, we are the daughters and the sons of the Lord Almighty. He is a father to us. And that today brings me comfort and brings me peace. And I hope it does the same for you. Thank you so much for joining me. See you soon. Bye-bye.